Good afternoon, colleagues. We are continuing a series of strategic sessions aimed at further economic development. We have just participated in the Made in Russia Forum. We discussed topics that interest our exporters. This includes such an important issue as ensuring equal business conditions. Now we will take a closer look at the situation in this area. It directly affects the technological and economic dynamics. Healthy competition allows our businesses, even the leaders in their segments, to keep moving forward. Constantly improve the quality and attractiveness of your product. Improve production processes and upgrade equipment. Train employees and implement best practices, and increase labor productivity. Such work is especially relevant when the country is facing serious challenges, including those related to possible changes in global trade. And this factor is very important to consider. It is necessary to help domestic businesses, create an environment in which it is convenient to create and implement projects, and having equal conditions for entrepreneurship is one of the fundamental components of success. This is also important for maintaining the dynamics of domestic production, primarily the manufacturing sector, which has been the driver of the economy for a long time. After 2 years of accelerated growth, its output increased by almost 20%. The pace has decreased slightly this year, reaching 3.2% in the first 8 months. The main contribution is made by mechanical engineering, where the figures are close to 11%. Double-digit figures are also recorded in such technological areas as computers, electronics, and optics, medicines, and medical materials. The growth of the economy as a whole is also supported by the construction industry and agriculture. The implementation of the current National Competition Development Plan is coming to an end at the end of the year. Within its framework, constant monitoring of food products was carried out. We worked with retail chains. We managed to achieve a multiple reduction in margins for the so-called first price products, which are the most affordable in their segments. Exchange trading expanded to balance supply and demand. Pharmacies were actively saturated with medicines. The government recently approved a new plan. It is designed for the period up to 2030 and is aimed at helping to achieve the national goals set by the President. There is also a competition development project. Its main task is to form an effective system in this area at all levels, federal, regional, and municipal. There is still a lot to be done. It is important to ensure that public policy instruments encourage businesses to adopt modern, innovative working methods. To do this, we need not only to look at what is happening inside the country, but also to actively interact with our trading partners abroad, to equalize conditions within the framework of the Eurasian Economic Union. There are still differences in indirect payments and administrative approaches. There are also questions and differences in technical, sanitary, and veterinary standards. There are cases when minimal control measures in fact encourage the import of goods from third countries into the Russian Federation without proper taxation. Every year, mobile customs teams identify significant volumes that show signs of avoiding value-added tax. Payment is made either in cash or through digital currencies, and the subsequent sale is through those who use simplified taxation and accordingly do not pay indirect taxes. Our key task is to develop conditions under which the existence of such gray schemes will become impossible. Internationally, as many of those present know, we are engaged in the convergence of customs risk management systems in the countries that are members of the EAEU, as well as rules in other areas of control and supervisory activities. This is a rather laborious and painstaking process, but it is necessary to deal with it. It is necessary. It is important to create competitive opportunities incentives for market participants and move along the entire chain, from the control of the legality of the import of goods and the formation of a fair input value to the transparency of all monetary transactions in Russia, regardless of the form of their commission. It is also necessary to close loopholes in the regulation of the labor market, so that there is no substitution of labor relations when a legal entity employs the self-employed, thereby reducing tax deductions for social insurance. The special regime for the self-employed continues, but it is important here that there is no abuse in its application. Special attention should be paid to the fight against illegal lending, which contributes to the flow of borrowers and lenders into the gray zone. And it is absolutely necessary to stop illegal activities of this kind. Today we will discuss in detail what other steps are needed to ensure equal business conditions for those enterprises operating in the country and those developing foreign sites, with a common goal: it is to increase the efficiency of our economy.